Hey guys, CommodorePET here, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different. So I was looking over my computer of stuff to delete, to free up space, and I remembered I had a folder full of old Minecraft Pocket Edition versions. So I decided to look and see if I had the first ever version of Minecraft that I ever played, and I did end up having it. Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.4.0. This was the first ever version of Minecraft I played back in 2012. So that was a long time ago. Now I did play a little bit of survival yesterday, so I got a little bit of stuff, so I was going to show you guys that. But before I do that, I'm going to start a new world in creative and just sort of show you guys sort of what was in the game and sort of like how this kept me entertained for hours with nothing in it. But let's call this world, I don't know, we'll just call this world video. Alright, we'll call this world video. We will also have the seed be old. The seed is going to be old. So let's start this creative world. Now I did already change my name to CommodorePET. I changed the graphics to fancy. I did all like the high settings because, this could handle the high settings. But here we are in Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.4.0. This was just insane. Like, it's just insane to look at. Like, look how much was in the game. It's nothing. Nothing was in creative in this game. Nothing. There was just nothing in the game in general. It was bare bones. And honestly, it's just so cool to look back at this and, think that this was the first version of Minecraft I ever played. This is what kept me entertained for hours, sitting in my bed just on my old iPod playing this for such a long time. This is what kept me occupied. And a bunch of my friends that would come over to my house, we'd all play and everything. It was just, I don't know how this kept us occupied for hours with nothing in it. But let's take a look at actually what's in the game. So, chests. I don't think you can, no, you can't make double chests. Wow, okay, so yeah, I'm remembering what we used to do. We used to do this. This is what we used to do. To have like our kitchen set up, we have a chest right here, and I can't open that stuff in creative, but a chest, a furnace, a chest, a furnace, a chest, a furnace. And then eventually, we would take some crafting tables and we put them around. We couldn't shift, so you couldn't put them on top of each other. So you'd have to put a block like this behind it. Then you'd have to put this here. And then you would break these two blocks to put a crafting table on top of our furnaces. Oh man, back then, times were different. Times were harder. But yeah, this is what we had to do for like kitchens and stuff. And, funny thing about this is that in these worlds, like, there was no, like, breeding, there was no caves, there was none of that. So, pretty much, we were all scrounging for resources. Like, there's times where you'd get like 4 pigs that would spawn in your world, and that's it. There's some cases where you didn't get leather. You just didn't get leather. Like, that was how it would go. You couldn't breed more animals to get any more, so you'd run out, basically. But I think they do respawn over time, but it would take forever for them to do that. So the only valuable animals in this was sheep, because, you'd save them and shear them. I'm pretty sure there's shears. Like, there's not shears in creative. But, like, I'm pretty sure there was shears in survival. So, like, you'd create, like, shears and you'd shear sheep and stuff back then, because that was the only animal that was useful to keep inside of a pen, because all the other ones were expendable. But, oh, man, this is just, looking at this, it's just insane to think that this is what we played back then, with these blocks in the game. That's what we started with. That's what we played with, and we built so many houses and towers and apartments and all that. And, oh, we have a giant lake here, which usually doesn't happen in these Pocket Edition worlds. I remember when I used to play Pocket Edition, we would load up one of these worlds and it would have no water in it, so we couldn't make a wheat farm, so we couldn't grow food. So it was just insane, but this is cool. You can make like a pirate ship in the middle of it and all that. But like, look, this is where the end of the world is. This is the end of the world, guys. You can't go any farther. You're done. This is it. Try to go farther. Can't do it. You can't go farther. You can't do it. Oh man. Like honestly, I think the worlds were small because like the phones and stuff back then could not handle this. Like, I was playing this on my iPod 4th generation, right? I know this game was also available for iPod 3 back then, so you could play it on that as well. But like the funny thing is the reason I started playing this was because I used to be a part of this thing in elementary school called PLASP. It was like an after-school sort of program that we would like wait for your parents to come pick you up and all that. And they had these things called like game days, right, where you would pretty much have like you'd bring your like DS or iPod. It was mostly people bringing their DS because that was the thing back then. But like people who had an iPod like me, which are like, oh my god, you have an iPod, especially iPod 4. But anyways, I'm rambling. But yeah, this one person brought their iPod. I think it was an iPod 3, and they were basically playing this game. And I was like, ooh, it looks cool. And I went home, got Pocket Edition Lite. Then a few days later, I begged my dad to get the actual game, and lo and behold, Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.4.0. And honestly, it was kind of terrifying at first. Minecraft Survival, the first time playing it, was kind of terrifying. You know, mobs were terrifying, creepers were terrifying. Like, I'm sure when you first play Minecraft, all the mobs are terrifying, right? But yeah, that's pretty much what happened when like, how I started playing this game. It's just one person was playing it. I was like, oh, it looks cool. And, you know, how many years later? Like, 8 years later, I'm still playing the game. So, yeah, you know, I don't remember who that person was, but props to you. You caused me to play this game. But, yeah, like, looking at all the stuff in the inventory again, almost nothing. No caves, nothing. But also, one cool thing about the torches, which I wanted to show you guys, if I dig down really quick, is that the light emitted from them is almost nothing. So, say, for example, I dig out a little area right here, and you guys will see that torches back then were very interesting. So, you will see the light emitted from a torch is nothing. Now, there's something that is so, like, nostalgic about these torches. It's just, they're just nostalgic because the old light they used to emit, they made pathways look a lot better, right? They made pathways look like they weren't so bright and so lit up, which was cool because you would have no mobs on your pathways, but you'd see mobs in the distance and you know you were sort of safe, right? But now torches are these giant bright lights and, you know, they light up everything. So you don't have that feel anymore. But, and zombies, you know, they track onto you from 50 blocks away, so you couldn't look at a zombie from like 5 blocks away and be like, haha, you can't get me, sort of thing. But anyways, I'm rambling on. But yeah, torches are really dim back then. Also with the wood pieces, like wood stairs. Where are the wood stairs? Yeah, these things, they had to be broken with a pickaxe. They were kind of weird, and I don't think they had, did they have the stairs yet? Hold on, I don't know if they had the sideways stairs. No, they did not. So you couldn't make like a circular thing of stairs. Oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, you were basically stuck like this. But anyways, that's pretty much all for creative, just showing you guys sort of what they had and all that back then. Unfortunately, they do not have the nether reactor core in this version. I missed another reactor core. That was one of the best things about old Pocket Edition, was another reactor core. But yeah, also one thing for Pocket Edition is they always added stuff that was never useful. Like bookshelves, there's no enchantments, it's useless. You know, like, there's other things like sugarcane and cactus that, like, cactus can make dye, but sugarcane would... What was the point of this? What was the point of sugarcane? You couldn't turn it into cake. There was none of that. There was none of that. So, like, they added a lot of items in Pocket Edition that were useless, that, like, you can just build with, right? And, you know, like, we were all desperately waiting for them to add something from PC, you know? That was the charm of Pocket Edition, that when, you know, Microsoft bought Minecraft and they updated Pocket Edition to pretty much, like, the same as PC, or they created Bedrock Edition, it pretty much ruined the charm of Pocket Edition for me, because they changed the inventory system. And the inventory system in New Pocket Edition is the worst thing I've ever seen. It is awful. Change it back to this one, which I'll show you in Survival when we get there. But yeah, you know, Pocket Edition sort of lost its charm. You know, this was the Pocket Edition, like, in its, like, prime, for me at least. It was just way more fun. Also, before I get into Survival, sorry about the black bars on the side of the screen. I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. But the black bars are there because I'm playing this on an iPhone 5C. And this version was created for the iPhone 4, which had these smaller screen sizes. So, unfortunately, it does not, it gives me black bars and doesn't go to stretch the entire screen. But yeah, without further ado, let's hop into the survival world that I created. Alright, here we are in the survival world that I created. So pretty much in this world, I decided to go around and, you know, build a little bit of stuff, just get myself ready a little bit. And as you can see, there are some mobs here. I did fight a little bit of mobs. As you can see, I have some arrows, some string, and some bones. Oh, right, the inventory thing. Hold on, if you're jumping. Wait, hold on. Oh, man, I tried to get the inventory glitch again. But as you can see, the reach in this game is insane. Like I could just stand still and the creeper won't be able to hit me. But the funny thing about this is I remember it being a lot harder to kill mobs. Maybe because like my tapping was off or something like that. But I remember it being a lot harder to kill mobs. And mobs being a lot more scarier in these versions of Minecraft. But let's go kill that creeper right there. So it is turning day. So, you know, I wanted to show you sort of what's in this survival world that I created here. And oh my god, skeletons are still hiding underneath the tree. Oh no. Okay, skeleton. Don't you dare do nothing. Alright, I'm gonna go harvest a lot of these mobs while I'm talking. So, pretty much in this world, nothing really that big. There isn't a lot of water either, or any of that. So, pretty much in this world, it's pretty bare bones when I started it. But, yeah, there's really not much I can say about these old Pocket Edition worlds. There's nothing interesting about them. There's nothing big that sets them apart from new worlds. They're just small and quirky, and the generation is sort of weird, and you know, this is what we played with for hours. But I'm going to show you what's in the inventory here real quick. So what you can craft. So this is what you can craft without actually opening up a crafting table. So you have that, you have some tools, you got shears, torches, and these torches were charcoal torches. But guess what wasn't in the game? Charcoal. I will literally show you that charcoal is not in the game. I will head back to my house in a few seconds. But like, look, you can make torches, you can make a flint and steel, right? You can light stuff on fire. Yeah, I think you need to use that to light the nether reactor core as well. You can make bone meal, you can make dyes, you can make you can make blocks. How can I make blocks without a crafting table? I don't know. But I can make blocks and all that sort of stuff. You can also make like mushroom stew, which mushrooms were the hardest thing to find in this. I remember that. It restores 5 hearts, which is more than steak and more than pork. It was like literally the best food you could get. And mushrooms were scarce because none of your worlds ever had them. And when you had mushroom stew, it was that one thing you carried in your inventory just in case. But yeah, I'll head back to my house, or my little, not really a house, and I'll show you sort of the insides of that, and I'll show you sort of what you could craft and what you couldn't craft. Alright, so looking in the crafting table here, you can craft chests, you can craft bricks, a bed, craft clay, you can craft like fences and all that, and ladders and glass, and you can craft stone brick. Stone brick was one of those, like, was probably like the coolest building block back then. And look what it's called, tile.stonebricks. Oh man, this is tells you how much like finished Pocket Edition was. But yeah, you can craft like wool and stuff. But yeah, armor is not in the game. Bread is also really cool. Sugar, which using recipe in a cake, and what's not in the game? Cake. Yeah, like I said before, a lot of things are in the game. It's just like they're just in the game, but it's just like there's nothing you can do with them. But yeah, I did craft a bow here real quick. I'm also going to craft another sword because I need a new sword. So craft one of those. The thing about inventories in this is you cannot select which part like each tool was in your hotbar, so you just had to cycle them through. But yeah, this is honestly really cool. So this is basically survival. You had a few animals which you'd kill to get food. You had just a few little pieces of like water, and you had some trees, and you know, like you had just almost nothing, but yet we build insane things. We had a few worlds that were really cool. I remember one world we called Big Dune, and that had insane amounts of diamonds. I do not remember the seed for that, unfortunately, but yeah, that was really cool. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed me revisiting the first version of Minecraft I ever played. Now, I do have older versions of Minecraft Pocket Edition. I have Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.2.1, I think is the oldest version I have. So I'll probably make a video looking at the oldest version of Pocket Edition that I have, and, you know, exploring what's in it compared to probably the new version of Pocket Edition. I think that would be pretty cool, like the latest version of Pocket Edition versus the oldest version of Pocket Edition. I think that would be really cool to look at. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye, and have a great day.